Welcome back. It has been a very interesting week in the AI filmmaking space online, I must say, and let's cover some of the most interesting new drops of models and drama in the AI filmmaking space right here in this video. So before I get started, I want to mention that I have started the WorkmanLab.AI website, and I made a terrible blog post. I'm just trying to get things started over there. It's like the worst graphics and not the best copy in the world, but I am going to be making text versions of all the content that I'm putting out on this YouTube channel. It's going to be going on the Workman Labs website in written form, and I'm also going to be making courses and maybe some different products in the AI filmmaking space, so look out for that. Again, that's WorkmanLabs.AI. So first up, Kling AI dropped their 3.0 model, and it's pretty incredible. I know everyone's going to say the hypey things and whatnot, but I've been testing it, and it really is pretty frontier, pretty game-changing. Again, these are such hypey words, but really, I'll talk about it in more depth from a filmmaking point of view. The things that Kling have implemented here are things that I've been asking for and wanting with AI filmmaking since I got started, which wasn't that long ago. So check them out on X. They have a nice little promo film, and a bunch of people had really early access and made short films with it. I'll point out a couple that I think are pretty cool. Of course, we have Mr. PJ Ace making his Rip Hollywood post here. Honestly, the video is really cool. I think there's more into it than I know about. He's really good at making controversial posts on X. Has 4 million views, so well job promoting Kling and just showcasing what's possible with it. There's a bunch of others, and I'm in the Kling CPP. So I have early access, but not this early access like PJ and a bunch of them had. They've been kind of working on it for quite a while. I just have slightly early access a week before, and I've been doing some tests, and I'll make my own video about the features that I think are interesting. Moving on, this week, Higgsfield dropped something called Vibe Motion, which uses Claude code behind the scenes to kind of automate and make simpler motion graphics using AI. Now, this seems like a pretty straightforward feature to add to their toolset, but the rollout was a little bit rough, a little dramatic. Hopefully Higgsfield's not mad about me talking about this, but I mean, it was everywhere. I was part of it, so let's just do a little recap from my point of view. So again, Higgsfield's coming out with this new tool. I am a CPP for Higgsfield, so I kind of know about it a little bit ahead, and they're like, hey, this is what's coming out. This is, some content, and they basically pay people to retweet it or just do different types of sponsorships for it, right? So this is pretty common in all the industries that advertise online, which is all of them. I've done this for real-world cameras, tripods, Unreal Engine, all sorts of companies. I've done this kind of stuff before, but I will say the thing that got people a little bit upset was the copy that they used on their ad. I'm not even going to go find it, but it was a little inflammatory, right? It's kind of like Headlines 101. It made people maybe just a little bit angry, and that got a lot of views, but it went a little bit too far, I think, because eventually they did take the post down, and they made a new one promoting Vibe Motion where the copy was less inflammatory, less edgy. So, this caused a lot of drama, and people have said different things about Higgsfield, but I will just say that even though I'm a shill for them, so just accept that at this point, I still really like the platform. Cinema Studio is the first thing I ever basically made a YouTube video about, and I still really like it. If I'm trying to make cinematic anamorphic looking AI footage, it's the first place I go. And honestly, it's where I do most of my Nana Banana work, and I like Higgsfield. But take it for what it's worth. I like it. I've shown the results I get from it, but I'm also a CPP for them, so of course, a little biased. If you want to see a non-biased source talking about what they don't like about Higgsfield's marketing, check out Nick St. Pierre. We talked a little bit on X. Again, I'm not trying to, be mean to Higgsfield or Nick or really anyone in this space. I'm just kind of observing. I'm pretty new to it, but Nick has a lot to say about Higgsfield and what they've been doing marketing-wise. And so just kind of showing both sides. Again, I think Higgsfield makes good products, and I like talking with them and, working with their tool sets and stuff like that, like being a CVP. But of course, there's some commentary on the other side. So go read Nick's post if you want to hear kind of the anti-Higgsfield takes. But then, you could also just look at the tools and do what you want with it. So Higgsfield drama, AI marketing. What else is new? Let's move on. Next up is very topical. This is the XAI X Creators Super Bowl commercial, which they can't call it Super Bowl because you have to pay for that. But basically, Grok is giving away or awarding $1 million for the best short film, $500,000 for the second best, and $250,000 for the third best video about Grok video generation or Imagine 1.0. So pretty cool. And the usual creators came out and have made some like really awesome films really quickly. This is what, AI filmmaking is about. And not to pick favorites or anything, but Elon Musk did, which is sort of like interesting. But one that's really cool is from Psyop Anime. I don't know if this is like something that was trending, but they made an anime using Grok Imagine 1.0, and it's doing really well. This contest is being based on, I think, views here, which is a little like, not my favorite, but that's fine. Another one that got retweeted by Elon Musk was this Galileo one, which I thought was really cool. This is made by Andrew, go into it now, Orsau. This monitor's kind of far away. Wasn't familiar with this filmmaker. So if anything, hope someone cool wins the $1 million and wins the money and can keep doing it. But this is just an amazing display of incentivizing being creative with generative AI. And I must say that overall, I like it. It certainly generates a little bit of FOMO, like, oh, I'm going to go make my Super Bowl commercial, which I don't feel like making one like this right now. But it is very cool to see filmmakers come up with stuff and have Elon Musk tweet it. Think what you might about Elon Musk and X. I think it's awesome. I think this is really cool. X is becoming like so fun. Grok, pretty interesting. I don't really even use Grok. Someone told me to start using it. I was like, I guess I probably should. It's like a whole living to use Grok. But so to wrap up this little recap of AI filmmaking news, this is a new tool that I saw Theoretically Media talking about. I think he retweeted this Y Combinator post talking about video professionals and a new tool called Martini Film, or at least called Martini, that is dedicated towards AI video production. And they have this cool feature where you can see in this video here, where you take your starting frame and then you can go into it in kind of like 3D, which is kind of like a Gaussian splat, find camera angles, and then have that come back out as a full generated image. So this is what I've been looking for quite a bit. I talked to Higgsfield about this. I talked to a bunch of different AI companies about this, is generating coverage for scenes that is like coherent, where the characters all look the same, but also where the camera work makes sense. Now, spoiler alert, Kling 3.0 does a great job of this, to be honest, just right out of the gate. But this is another tool that gives you a little bit more of like hands-on, almost 3D levels of control in an AI filmmaking ecosystem. So I've been talking with the CEO. I've got some credits. I'm going to be testing this platform out. I'll make a little short film, and I'll share my thoughts from a cinematography point of view of what I think this tool is like. So that wraps it up for this week. And man, how do you top this? Well, just wait another couple days. I mean, absolutely incredible. X and Elon Musk promoting their video model, putting money behind it, like funding AI filmmakers, and if nothing else, just surfacing so many more filmmakers that I find every day who are doing really cool work. This is stuff that if it was shot with live action or 3D would be just as good. It's just that we're able to execute it so much faster with AI filmmaking. People are just making these like incredible short commercials, like, in an afternoon at night, that sort of thing. And man, it's cool to see all that stuff on X. I really don't know if there's another platform that can surface it as well and pay a lot of money for it. And Kling and all the new tools that are coming out, it's a wild time. I'm pretty excited. That's why I'm making this video. And again, check out the WorkmanLab.AI website. It's really bare. It's the beginning, but I got to start it. This is how it starts, really humble and simple. So check it out if you got a minute, and I'll see you on the next video.